Part 1. The Great Design. There's a rhythm in history most never see. Empires rise, fall, and rebuild, not by accident, but by design. Plato warned of shadows on the wall. Those who see only shadows think the images are reality. Huxley foresaw the final form of man as a comfortable slave. The master builders learned centuries ago you cannot control free men with chains. You control them by shaping their beliefs. As Joseph Campbell wrote, the effective myths of a culture are those whose origin is forgotten. History repeats because the designs are hidden, the architects unseen, while the prisoners fight amongst themselves. Erich Fromm observed, modern man is alienated from himself. He wants only what he is supposed to want. Every empire that falls leaves behind lessons, yet we are made to forget and repeat the cycle under the guidance of the master builders. Nietzsche warned of the last man who lived only for comfort, not challenge or virtue. The cave remains, the shadows persist, and we argue over illusions while the master builders shape the world unseen. Part 2. Rewriting the mind. Education, media, and entertainment have reshaped the control of how we see the world. Orwell warned, "He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past." Every lesson, every story, every image is created to shape not just what we think, but how we think. The goal is subtle, slow, almost invisible. To mold generations without forcing them, so they enforce the rules themselves. From the earliest school curricula to the latest streaming content, we are trained to prioritize comfort over courage, approval over integrity. Campbell observed that myths, once forgotten, silently govern behavior, shaping morality and desire without conscious awareness. We learn that to value and what to fear, often without realizing it. In the media, we see the world framed in narratives that guide our perception of truth and falsehood. Chomsky said, "The smart way to keep people passive and obedient is to strictly limit the spectrum of acceptable opinion, but allow a very lively debate within that spectrum. This creates the illustration of choice, while the boundary of thought remains carefully restricted." Each generation internalizes these lessons, debating and policing each other over the rules they never questioned. Slowly, society reshapes itself, one mind at a time, as the master builders intended. The pattern repeats silently, and the mind becomes a battlefield we wage war against ourselves, thinking we are free while the design is already complete. Part 3. Manufacture of the new man. The master builders shape the next generation, not through force, but through repetition, habit, and the invisible hand of social pressure. Over decades, the social systems reshape itself. Old virtues fade, new virtues take root. Courage, honor, loyalty, once prized, are quietly replaced with obedience, comfort, and approval. Each generation polices itself, enforcing the rules it has internalized, while believing they are acting freely. From ancient rituals to modern schooling, society subtly programs behavior. As Joseph Campbell observed, the effective myths of a culture are those whose origins is forgotten. We inherit stories we do not question, stories that define what is normal, acceptable, or valuable. In the workplace, in the home, in entertainment, each microcosm reinforces conformity. As Elu warned, techniques, when developed, tend to impose themselves. Humanity becomes a machine running within an invisible track designed generations ago, while we debate the shadows on the walls and never look at the architect. The process is gradual, invisible, almost gentle. Each child grows up believing the rules are natural, discovering only later that they were never free at all. Civilization becomes a choreograph of compliance, subtle, silent, and total, as the master builders intended. Part 4. Soft totalitarianism of comfort. Freedom has been promised, but instead we receive comfort, convenience, and consensus. Society has been engineered so that we enforce our own chains. Soft totalitarianism does not need soldiers or prisons. It requires our participation. We monitor each other, shame dissidents, and praise conformity, often without realizing it. In media, algorithms show us what to believe, what to fear, and what to desire. Technology mitigates relationships, work, and even thought. We debate endlessly over trivial ideas, policing each other over rules we never wrote. As Huxley noted, the greatest danger is not oppression, but voluntary slavery under the guise of pleasure. Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. Social systems work best when they internalize the prison. Peer pressure, social media, and pop culture enforce conformity faster than any law. Each of us become both prisoner and warden, policing others while being policed ourselves. And the Trojan Horse of modernity stands, perfectly disguised, inviting us to enter, yet holding us firmly with its walls. We are compliant, not because we are forced, but because we are taught, conditioned, and distracted. The master builders need not intervene directly. We do the work ourselves. Part 5. The spiritual decay of the West. The West promised freedom, prosperity, and meaning. Instead, we have comfort, equality, and distraction. Generation after generation, the social systems reshape itself until the virtues of the past are obscured and the patterns of control are normalized. Nietzsche warned of the last man, content with safety, amusement, and convenience, blind to the design behind his world. Campbell reminds us the effective myths of culture are those whose origin is forgotten. We inherit stories we cannot trace, shaping desire, fear, and values without knowing it. The Trojan Horse of modernity stands at the center of society, offering equality and progress, while subtly reshaping morality, thought, and ambition. Those who question the system are quickly marginalized. Those who obey debate amongst themselves, never seeing the archetypes behind the design. Yet, the light of the past is not extinguished. For those willing to look, the cave remains, the shadows persist, and the truth is visible. We can see the work of the master builders and understand the invisible design that has shaped our world, and perhaps begin to reclaim the freedom we were promised.